I remember the moment like it happened yesterday. Even now my chest tightens when I think about it. My name is Ethan, I'm 29. And for a long time I believed I was about to marry the woman I loved. Her name was Olivia. Charming, confident, the kind of woman who could light up a room just by walking into it. We met in college. From the start, she had this magnetic way of making me feel like I was the only person that mattered. I wasn't someone who believed in soulmates, but for a while, I thought maybe I had found mine. Our engagement was perfect, at least that's what I believed. I proposed, she said yes, her eyes shimmered, and her smile felt like home. We planned a small wedding for next spring. A cozy life in downtown Chicago, late-night pizzas, old movies, shared dreams carved out of quiet moments. I pictured our future clearly, the way people do when they're certain of each other. Then came that Thursday night. A simple dinner at her parents' place. Nothing special. I showed up neatly dressed, tie straightened, shoes polished, heart steady. I walked in with the confidence of a man who trusted that love would protect him from anything. Her parents greeted me warmly. Olivia looked radiant, laughing at her father's terrible jokes, twirling her hair in that way that once made my chest warm. When I handed her the engagement ring, the one I bought after months of saving, I expected a smile, gratitude, maybe a soft squeeze of my hand. Instead she sneered. Already found someone better, she said. Just like that. Cold. Sharp. Practiced. Her voice sliced through me like glass. She didn't hesitate. She didn't soften it. She didn't even look guilty. She just let those words hang in the air, letting every pair of eyes in the room fall on me like I was some kind of punchline. My heartbeat roared in my ears. My temples throbbed. But I didn't react. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't ask why. I simply reached into my pocket, took the ring and placed it back in its box. My hands didn't tremble. My mind went quiet. Maybe it was shock. Maybe some broken part of me still hoped she'd laugh and say it was a joke. But she didn't. She didn't even blink. That's when I understood. Olivia wasn't who I thought she was. The warm smiles, the sweet moments in the rain, the midnight talks. They were real only as long as they benefited her. And now, in front of her family, that illusion shattered. Her father looked confused, almost sympathetic. Her mother's lips tightened into something unreadable. And Olivia, she smirked, like she had just won a game that I never knew we were playing. I walked out without a word. The night air hit me, cold, sharp, honest. The ring felt heavy in my pocket, heavier than anything I had ever carried. As I walked down the street, the neon lights of Chicago blurred into streaks. And for the first time that night, I let myself breathe. Pain, confusion, anger. They all churned through me, but beneath them, clarity began to rise. She didn't love me. Maybe she never had. And that realization hurt, but it also freed me. I thought of my friends Liam and Mark, who warned me about moving too fast, ignoring the red flags. I cursed myself for being blind, for believing love alone could fill the cracks I didn't want to look at. But regrets didn't matter anymore. What mattered was how I walked away. She wanted drama. I gave her silence. She wanted to humiliate me. I gave her composure. And in that quiet, painful walk home, I realized that her choices didn't define me. My reaction did. The next morning, sunlight spilled through the blinds, harsh but honest. My phone was silent. No texts. No apologies. I didn't expect any. She had made her decision. I made mine too. I wasn't going back. I called Liam that afternoon and told him everything. The silence on the other end said more than any words. "Ethan, that's brutal," he finally said. "But you handled it exactly right." I wanted to believe him. Part of me still ached for an explanation, some reason to make it all make sense. But there was no sense to be made. Some people are just capable of cruelty without hesitation. Days passed. The breakup settled over my life like a heavy fog. But life itself didn't pause. Friends checked in. The world kept moving. And slowly I realized so was I. Then one afternoon everything shifted. I was near a cafe by the lakefront, one we had once talked about visiting together. I saw her across the street, laughing with someone I didn't recognize. For a second that familiar pang twisted inside me. But I didn't move. I didn't look away. I didn't feel the urge to confront her. I just watched. And in that moment I understood something profound. I didn't need her apology. I didn't need her closure. I didn't need anything from her at all. The humiliation she tried to place on me? It belonged to her, not me. I went home that evening and started making plans. Not for revenge, not for answers, but for myself. Gym sessions. Long runs along the lake. Trips I had put off. Time with friends. Small goals. Big goals. A life I had paused for someone who didn't deserve it. Weeks passed and the sting faded. Every morning felt lighter. Every night felt quieter. And slowly I learned something important. Humiliation only has power when you give it permission. Olivia tried to make me feel small. But I refused. I took the ring back, yes. But more importantly, I took myself back. Now, months later, when I look back at that night, I don't feel bitterness. I feel clarity. I feel strength. Olivia taught me something without meaning to. The true measure of a person isn't how they love when things are easy. It's how they carry themselves when love falls apart. And I carry myself well. Without fear. Without regret. And without her shadow following me anymore.